It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trailblazers as they go up against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. You know who I'm looking forward to watching tonight?
I would not know.
How about C.J. McCollum?
Okay.
Low-rated high school recruit. Comes out of a small college.
True.
But Shaq, this guy can flat-out play.
Man, great young combo guard. Offensively, he can do it all, Ernie.
He's a very tricky defender, meaning he's got long arms. He's able to reach in when you don't think he's able to get to basketballs. Dangerous on and off the ball.
You guys fun to watch, and that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette River in this terrific look at the picturesque city of Portland. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. And, of course, Michael Conley, in a very positive sign the way he's been already able to contribute. We've already seen some good minutes from him, and it seems like he's got a bright future here on this new team.
And as you were mentioning, I mean, that trade has this team buzzing. You can see it in the warm-up line, how loose and confident they look now with him on that roster.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Thanks very much. Well, Quinn Snyder is the coach here in Utah, and he said, as a coaching staff, we show the players we have confidence in them. And then we're unbelievably demanding. But it has to be mixed with patience. And that, over time, pays off. Kevin?
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, D.A. Thanks. Tonight featuring backcourts that can absolutely, Steve, light it up. When you were playing, who are some of the toughest guards to defend in the NBA?
Well, Kevin, first you say the Michael Jordans, but the quick guards, because I was a 6'8", kind of methodical, slow guy. I didn't like the Iversons, the Muggsy Bogues, all those guys that just running around. They were tough.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Mitchell and Ingles are out on the wings. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Conley in at the 1. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And for the most part, I really felt like they were just locked in and really aggressive.
Well, we know those guys can score, but that night, it was the execution, the ability to finish plays. It was next level.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Nurkic. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Memphis.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
And stolen by Hood. Stolen by Conley. 4-on-3 break. And it's Mitchell missing. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you got to respect how under control Bogdanovich is. When he's penetrating quickly inside, he makes the D hit him on the way up.
And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's there to do one thing, shoot.
And I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch-and-shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone, and really his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Both shots good from the stripe.
What a year for the Utah Jazz in 2018. A 5th place finish in the West with a solid 48-win season. Definitely surpassed the expectations many had going into the year.
Now here's McCollum. A 32-point game for him in the win against Memphis. Nurkic kicks to Whiteside. Clock is at 3. Over Gobert. Portland no good that time either. And Smitty, the Jazz certainly caught many by surprise last season.
You have to credit the job the front office did to reload the roster. Ended up losing to the Rockets in a thriller in the 2nd round. But this is a team no opponent wants to see in the playoffs.
Here's McCollum. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. To the inside, Lillard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lillard's got his first 2 points of the night.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here is Conley. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Mitchell kicks to Ingles. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Lillard with no one around. The offensive rebound. Whiteside, good.
Good effort and energy by Whiteside. That time taking advantage of his size and strength.
Conley scanning the floor. Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Pass to Ingles. He kicks to Bogdanovich. Over Hood. Off the left rim and out.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for Utah. There's the pass to McCollum. Outside Hood. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Really have to like Hood's decision making. In pick and roll sets, he always makes the right call.
Down low. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 6.
He's got the touch early. Coach, keep feeding him.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Lillard against Conley. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Rebound, Utah. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
And it only promises to get better coming into this season. These two squads are very evenly matched, and each game between them should be a blast to watch.
Collins checked in for Portland. Hezonja comes in for Hood. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Utah. Conley against Lillard. Pass to Whiteside. It's McCollum on the wing, covered by Mitchell. Shot clock at 6, and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
That one falls.
Whenever a guy is open, Conley will find him. He has a talent for getting the ball to his guys quickly.
Portland trailing here. Lillard with it. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now here's Conley. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shots good by Green.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Over Mitchell. Again, the Trailblazers score. Now here is Conley. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. The feed to Mitchell. Over McCollum. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. They trail by 1. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
And a little luck that time, but it drops. McCollum's got 6 points. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for the Trailblazers. Utah also making some changes. Davis is checked in for Gobert. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Jazz trail by 3. Here's Conley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Left side, Davis. Mudiay kicks to Davis. Outside, Green. Latre. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. And it's 8 points for Jeff Green.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
McCollum with the ball. Conley picks him up. Passes it to Hazanya. Now Collins. McCollum finds Whiteside. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. He's got 6.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
They kick it out to Green. That 3 off the mark. Portland leading. Pass to Bazemore. Back to Hazonia. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go that time. So Utah will take it the other way. Conley against McCollum. Conley gets the bucket.
Mike Conley has that extra gear. Even when he gets bodied up, he finishes so well.
And for Portland, they're shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Shoots from 12. Jump shot is good. McCollum's got 8 points.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself. This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Here's Conley. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. And that's a foul. It's called on Thabo Sefolosha. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Labissiere comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Tolliver in for Hazanya. McCollum outside. Utah with the rebound.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
Inside. Green, the pass to Sefolosha. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight. McCollum kicks to Tolliver. Portland no good that time either.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The pass to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. No one near Mudiay as he lets it go. Great look there, but off target.
Quinn Snyder, one of the more serious and intense coaches in the NBA. He has an MBA and a law degree. Takes a very measured approach to coaching, and it fits the team perfectly.
Now here's McCollum following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay. Now Labissiere still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And this is a guy that can get you stops, aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
And Steve, you talk about Snyder's intensity, perhaps has one of the sternest faces on the sideline.
That intensity has translated to his defense. He's rebuilt the team on that end. The Jazz players have followed his lead. They play with toughness.
Utah calls timeout.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Nurkic checked in for Collins. Udo's checked in for Utah. Joe Ingles comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. 6-point game. Kicks it to Udo. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. You look at Portland. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up. And, of course, the Utah Jazz, they're at the 10th position.
And for the Trailblazers, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones. That's like a horse shot. A very brave shot to go with, but he got it to go.
And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Not to be deterred. Excellent elevation here off the drive. Bazemore showing good explosiveness.
Here's Conley. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
Now, here's Nurkic. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And Bazemore kicks to McCullough. Pulls up on the wing. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside Conley. Pass to Udo. Here's Moutier. And the 3 ball is good. Moutier's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Trailblazers leading by 3. It's McCollum with the drive. Nurkic. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Davis. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Ingles passes to Udo. Bucket is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
McCollum against Conley. And here's McCollum. 10 points for him. Kept alive. Here's Nurkic. Banked in off the glass. Nurkic has got his second bucket tonight.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Portland Trailblazers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
Damian Lillard out there with Kent Bazemore. Then it's Rodney Hood And there's Anthony Tolliver, and it's Labissiere in at the 5 down low. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Lillard finds Hood. And here is Labissiere. He's covered by Bogdanovich.
And this is a guy that can get you stops, aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Now here is Conley. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Lillard. He kicks it to Tolliver. Labissiere with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
I see you, young fella. Nice answer there.
Trading bombs from beyond the arc. It's getting personal.
Lillard against Conley. Bogdanovich left side. Passes it to Ingles. And stolen by Hood. Lillard attacking, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, or realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he can not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. And Utah making a change here. Exum's checked in. And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Exum. Knocked loose. Stolen by Mitchell. And stolen by Hood. Portland again missing.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
No good on that one. And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact, Greg, in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he is one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
Steve, you know there are so many ways you can impact the game at crunch time, but there are certain guys, as you also know, that thrive on taking that last shot.
Yeah, Damian Lillard is one of those guys. They call it Dame time. James Harden, Kyrie, you look at Steph Curry. These guys have the basketball in their hands. They want to take the last shot. Kevin Durant, the greats, Russell Westbrook, they want it in their hands to be able to decide the outcome of the game. and they want it all on their shoulders.
And here's Udo after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Clock at 4. Here's Gobert, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Rudy wanted it more than anyone else. He's going to be around for a long time. Look forward to watching him.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and another 3 for Portland.
His second make from beyond the arc this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Mitchell against Bazemore. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Mitchell, and it's Bogdanovich in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the 3.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
So for the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Labissiere, and Collins subbed in for Rodney Hood. Utah also making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Udo. And O'Neal subbed in for Mitchell. Here's Moutier, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Moutier's got the game tied up here for Utah. Up top, Bazemore, guarded by O'Neal. Here's Lillard. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for Utah. Has to Gobert. Outside, Bogdanovich. Out to the right wing. Here's Moutier. From down in the low post, it goes. Moutier's got 4 points this quarter.
It was clear that the defender wanted no part of that play after he exploded towards the bucket.
Bazemore against O'Neal. Whiteside kicks it to Bazemore. And no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. Bazemore against O'Neal. Now here's Green. He's guarded closely. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Green's got 10.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And with so much emphasis placed on Gobert's defense, some people aren't paying attention to his impact on the offensive end.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in, and a switch here also for Utah. Cephalosha's checked in. The Trailblazers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And you know, Steve, what you have to love about Gobert, as his usage rate has gone up, the efficiency still is there. It remains.
You're right. Shoots for an extremely high percentage, fairly low turnover rate, and each year his moves are a little more polished.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Hazonia kicks to McCollum. And the pass to Collins. To the inside, Hazonia, and the layup is good. Hazonia's got his first points of the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Gobert is a high percentage shooter from the interior, especially when he's dropping the hammer.
Portland's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. McCollum outside. From outside, off the mark. Jazz leading by 4. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Second foul. You don't want to pick up his 3rd in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now here's Moutier, covered by Lillard. Now here's Moutier. He has 7. Bogdanovich passes to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Shoots over Nurkic, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep attacking even after he's missed a few. And that's the mentality you have to have on offense. He might be as good as any other guard in this game.
And he knocks down the first one.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
Well, free throw is good from Lillard. Steve, how about just getting along? I mean, obviously you want to win and play well, but what about teammates just getting along?
You know, Kevin, I love it because I think there's an expectation if you don't get along, you can't win. There are some teams you can see these two guys don't like each other, and they still win. But then the teams that is sustained for a long time is the teammates that get along. What you want to do is set, goals that's realistic. And if you can do that and obtain that, then you have pretty much a good team.
I missed that time. Would have put him up.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Gobert can't hit.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
To the middle. Second shot opportunity. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Here's Cephalosha. Here's Moutier. Releases from the wing and drills it. Moutier's got 6 in the quarter.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the back row.
Hezonja on the wing. Covered by Cephalosha. Hezonja kicks to Lillard. Shoots the 3. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Utah calls timeout.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Mario Hezonja. Utah also making some changes. Ed Davis is checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Mike Conley in for Moutier. Now here's Green. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Golden State.
And he did great work on the defensive end, too, with 3 steals on the night.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Feeds to McCollum. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. They get it back. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. McCollum's got 12 in the game. Utah's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Conley with it. Lillard picks him up. Cephalosha against Collins. Out to Conley. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. These are the top distributors of the basketball for the last 10 games, as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Damian Lillard 3rd.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Portland's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter. 4 for 8. That puts them in the lead. 18 points for him.
Big difference from the first quarter to the second. His shot looks completely in rhythm now.
Conley against Lillard. Davis down low. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the rejection by Collins. Heck, and still knocked it down. Nice composure.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And that one falls for Davis. Portland trailing here. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Outside Conley, kicks to Cephalosha. Green against Hood. Green draws the double. Simons, the pass to Hood. That one goes in. Hood's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He scores from everywhere. Inside, outside, in between. Hood can fill it up.
Bounce pass Conley. 1:36 left in the first half. And they pick up 2.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there. A tremendous, I mean tremendous floor leader. Amazing that Conley's only averaged around 6 assists a game for his career.
One shot, find the lane.
That one misses from Mike Conley. Steve, you're talking about Conley, a guy who gives you much more than what you see on the stat sheet.
What he does, he controls the pace, the rhythm, understands how to manage the game, and he does it all with great efficiency.
Here's Conley after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Left side Davis. Pass to Conley. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Labissiere. Here's Whitehead, covered by Conley, and the basket by McCollum.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside Conley. He kicks it to Davis. Cephalosha against Hood. From deep Ingles. Here's Davis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Wow. With the defense bearing down on him, he calmly flips in the reverse.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight. Several teams changing it up here. Portland leading. Here's Bazemore. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis. Poked loose. Passes to Nurkic. Fires the 3. With the putdown. And Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got 10 points.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Outside Conley. Here's Davis, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
You just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Efficiency. You know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Jazz were playing?
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Jazz trail by 3. And so in the game for the Jazz, Mitchell and Ingles are out on the wing. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1. Gobert can't hit.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. 6 to shoot. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. Count it. Good.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Conley finds Bogdanovich. Mitchell with it. Now defended by McCollum. And it's Mitchell missing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And for the matchup with the Sixers, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
A very disappointing start to this half. 3 attempts with nothing to show for it.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Sheer hustle and will out there. He wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
Good on the shot. Mitchell's got 6.
That's the shot they were looking for. After 3 straight misses coming out of the break, let's see if that sparks a rally.
And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 7. And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him. Bogdanovich dishes to Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 7 points in the game.
Gobert bouncing off defenders, took a ton of contact and still scored.
Now Lillard. He's got 18. McCollum outside. Nurkic kicks to Whiteside. Three-pointer, Lillard. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Sacre bleu! Thank you, G.A. He is indeed a fiery competitor.
And right there, Donovan Mitchell showing off that confidence. He's quick and he's powerful.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And Smitty, for players going from college to the pros, which skills tend to be most immediately transferable?
You know, I think the skills on offense, a lot of times those guys are able to drive the basketball and penetrate. Those are the guys that can transfer easily from college. I think it's hard shooting-wise, being able to shoot the 3-ball at the college level, because at the NBA level, the line is pushed back. And I think the one skill level that gives a lot of young guys gives them a hard time is defensively. I think that's the one skill is not easily transferred to the NBA.
The wide open look here for Ingles. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
To the paint, here's Whiteside. Score that one for him, his 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
He's been so consistent scoring the basketball. It has helped him tack on to this lead.
Conley kicks to Ingles. And the layup falls. Ingles has got 6.
There's the work Ingles has put into his strength and conditioning. Takes the hit and still able to convert.
Lillard against Conley. Lillard scanning the floor. Over Conley. And it's good off the back rim and in. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. And here is Conley. He's got 9. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Whiteside gives enough space, waits, elevates. Quality block shot by the big fella.
And so good for so long. Conley still with no all-star appearances, Steve. That's hard to believe.
It is. It's a shame. Lots of competition at that point guard spot. People recognize the ability, but he continues to lose the numbers game.
Free throw good, Conley.
Mike Conley, the former 4th overall pick in 2011. He's such a steady hand at that point guard position.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Collins comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Hezonja in for Rodney Hood. And a switcher also for Utah. Udo's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Lillard. 23 points in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Tolliver's checked in. Utah's on defense. McCollum outside. From outside the arc. The shot, no good. And it's Utah the other way. Here's Mitchell. Here's Udo. Another shot. And he sinks the layup. Udo's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard outside. Tolliver for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Lillard against Conley. Has to Gobert. Now, here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely, takes the 13-footer. Count that one. Udo's got 6.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Now, here's Lillard. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Lillard with it, over by Conley. 6 to shoot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. And Steve, looking at KD's move, the Isaiah Thomas trade, what level of loyalty is there now between players and teams?
Well, you know, I think it comes down to, I know people get upset when, per se, like the Kevin Durant move, but he was a free agent, so he was allowed to move. I think when it comes a little tricky, when you have guys traded, that's when you start to see the players starting to see where they sometimes don't think the organization have loyalty, but sometimes, and you can see organizations a lot of times is just looking to make their teams better, but it really comes down to a trade when the loyalty starts to be questioned.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Bazemore has developed into a reliable long-range shooter, especially from the corners.
And the Jazz call time here. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers.
And now look at Jeff Green. Some stats on him. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's around 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Now here is Conley. He's got 11. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Knocks it loose. Right side, the pass to McCollum. Bazemore dishes to Whiteside. In the corner, it's Tolliver. His 3-pointers off the mark. Jazz trail by 7. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. The Jazz making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Cephalosha hits both of them.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Trailblazers leading by 5. And it's Whiteside, that time on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist in this one. Conley kicks to Green. Back to Conley. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Oh boy, when Conley's hot, you need to keep getting him the ball.
And so Bazemore will bring it up for Portland. They've led by as much as 10. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And they're pushing it up. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And now a moment to see the stats for Conley. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 18th in steals, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And yeah, he's one of the better steal guys in the league, constantly getting his hands in there. And as a ball handler, you have to respect him at all times. And he makes the first. Second free throw, no good. Trailblazers leading by 4. Tolliver for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Tolliver's got his second basket of the night.
A part of Bazemore's game that he continues to evolve, facilitating for others.
Conley against McCollum. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And finished off by Collins.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Now here's Green. He's got 12. A stupendous finish in traffic. Green's got 14 points.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Stolen by Michael Conley. Releases from 15. Green, no luck. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Portland's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half.
Hey, who got here?
Cullen passes to Collins. 2 points. That one goes. Collins has got 4 points this quarter.
Taking a workmanlike approach inside. That's the shot you want.
Here's Conley. Dishes to Davis. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Portland leading by 9. Here is Tolliver. He's got 6. Cephalosha with the steal. In transition. Here come the Jazz. Good work there as it goes. 16 points for Mike Conley.
What I love about Conley, he always gives this team exactly what it needs. This time, finishing in transition.
Now here's McCollum. 14 points for him. Tolliver, no luck.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. The pass to McCollum. Sinks that one from the post. 16 points for him.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Pass to Green. On the wing, Cephalosha. He's got 5. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Cephalosha's got 7.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Portland leading by 7. Poke loose. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Good checked in for Anthony Tolliver. And a switcher also for Utah. Niang's checked in. We've got 1:48 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Here is Whiteside. 18 points for him. Outside Hood. Shot clock at 6. Off target on the 15-footer.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And stolen by Bazemore. Here's McCollum. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And Kent Bazemore came into this league being known as a defender, and that's still his calling card.
Bazemore has incredibly long arms that he bothers shooters with. Comes up with a good amount of steals as well.
And the shot goes in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Kicks to Nurkic. Knocked loose. Cephalosha with the steal. Here's Davis. Second chance shot. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Cephalosha.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Now here's McCollum. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Trailblazers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Mitchell against Lillard. Mitchell left side. On the wing, Ingles. Shot clock at 5. Back to Mitchell. He kicks it to Ingles. Over Hood. And Utah again with the bucket.
Making plays, ball in hand. Joe Ingles with the shot clock in mind and great awareness.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. They've got Whiteside. Kent Bazemore is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Nurkic in at the 4 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Lillard finds Whiteside. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
They thought Ingles would be looking for the jumper. Instead, he puts his head down and makes a play. It was a long and winding road to the NBA for Ingles. Played in Australia, Spain, and Israel. Finally got his chance with the Clippers and then the Jazz in 2014.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And Steve talking about Ingles, once he did break in, he more than held his own.
As a rookie, he started 32 games, then kept building on his success, earning his coach's trust. Ultimately, he landed a really nice contract, and he has continued to play well.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Back to Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist. That's 12 points for Donovan Mitchell.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now a timeout called by Portland. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team. While having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He was very adamant in the huddle. He said, don't let up now. Stay aggressive and do the things that have gotten us this far. We're almost there, guys.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Good poise, good pass from Whiteside. Hassan with beautiful vision on that play.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. Back to Bogdanovich. Passes it to Mitchell. Bazemore grabs the miss.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Here's Whiteside. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Maintaining focus through contact. When Whiteside does that, he's unstoppable.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Mitchell outside. He feeds it to Gobert. And stolen by Whiteside. And now Portland on the break. Here's Hood. Kicks it out to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. The Trailblazers rebound. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
You know, I wonder, where's the passion? You can't afford a no-show here on the defensive glass.
Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bazemore. And so it's Utah here with the ball, trailing by 10.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting one in the first.
Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, Utah with the rebound.
You don't want your best shooter heaving up that shot.
No, not at all. Coach is not going to like that one.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
Conley against Lillard. Pass to Whiteside. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Whiteside. Nurkic has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Trailblazers. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Ingles in the corner. Off target from outside.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Hood, the pass to Lillard. And here's Whiteside. Bazemore on the wing. He dishes it to Nurkic. Lillard from deep three-point land. Rebound, Utah. Gobert.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
Took him no time at all on that one. 19 points for Conley.
There it is. Just lined it up and knocked it down. His first three of the half, second of the game.
Lillard against Conley. Lillard finds Nurkic. Here's Whiteside. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
First one falls for him.
I mean, an incredible story how Joe Ingles has gotten to this point. A lot of it's been resiliency, and a lot of it has been sacrifice.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Collins is checked in. And he makes both free throws. Bazemore with it. Over to the wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. No good on that one. And it's Utah the other way.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 5. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Mitchell. Shoots from the elbow. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Yeah, Bogdanovich, a high percentage scorer, an efficient shooter, and he loves that mid-range area.
And Lillard kicks it to Bazemore. Gobert against Collins. Lillard from outside connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Ingles against Hood. Ingles dishes to Gobert. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Stolen by Conley. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. Bogdanovich wide open. But they'll get another chance. From deep, Ingles. They get it back. Gobert. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
The evolution of Gobert's offense, much more fluid now at that end.
The pass to Collins. To the paint. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And that one falls for Collins. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And so Collins nails both of them.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. McCollum against Mitchell. The shot from the low post is good. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Pass to Nurkic. And it's Hood in the corner. Back to Nurkic. To the middle. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. Clock at 6. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Offline with his 3. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 6-point lead. They get it back. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Whiteside's checked in for Zach Collins. Conley finds Gobert. Back to Conley. Looking for Bogdanovich, and he gets it there. Pass to Gobert. Now, here's Mitchell. Fires from 14. Again, Mitchell missing. It's McCollum on the wing. From 13, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. McCollum's got 20 points.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
And it's Conley penetrating, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Conley up top, covered by Lillard.
And they've gone ice cold from the outside as they're trying to cut into this deficit. The three-point percentage much worse this half than it was in the first.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. It's going to be Whiteside shooting. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. Steve, Hassan Whiteside, a fearsome finisher inside with his length. Talk about his offensive game for us.
Well, he's starting to develop a pretty good touch out to mid-range. He has soft hands, a little floater in there. Still, it's his dunking and finishing that keeps him in the highlight reels.
Count that one. Lillard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Conley, the shot missing. Nice D from Lillard.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
Aggressive move by Ingles. Has good size out of the backcourt, able to challenge you inside.
The first one falls.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Portland leading by 12. Outside Hood. And a wide open look for McCollum. Drills it from outside. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Utah calls timeout. And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player a lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble, but it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
On the wing, Ingles. From past the arc, down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Takes the 13-footer. No good on that one. And it's Utah the other way. Now, here's Mitchell over McCollum, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket for Mitchell.
If he keeps knocking down that shot, Donovan Mitchell is poised to be a dominant player for years to come.
Lillard outside. Whiteside kicks to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. And yes, it's good. 25 points for Hassan Whiteside.
Nice job. When Whiteside makes shots from there, it gives this offense a whole other dimension.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're leading by 10. 1:35 left to play in the final quarter. They get a hand on it, and the Jazz pushing it up now. Here's Bogdanovich. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And when Bogdanovich has the hot hand, keep getting him the ball. An outstanding scorer who can light you up.
Pass to Nurkic. Lillard against Conley. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's McCollum for 3. And Whiteside slams it home.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Hassan Whiteside.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Zach Collins checked in for Whiteside. This year comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Mario Hezonja subbed in for Hood. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And Portland making a change here. Bazemore is checked in, and Utah with a change here too. Bogdanovich is checked in for Joe Ingles. Here's Mitchell. No good on the triple. And Portland has possession. It's a 10-point game. Portland no good that time either.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. Now here's Bazemore, defended by Moutier. Now Bazemore. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Dame, you guys got off to a slow offensive start, but came back and got the win. What got going?
It wasn't the prettiest game. We didn't shoot the ball well, but we just had to find ourselves. I think we did a great job of sticking with it. Some shots started to fall, and we was able to pull away.
And that ball goes in the basket, everything changes, right? Thanks, Dame. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you later.